Aaron, what is the Sherwood Power Sport Marine Giant question?
So what we're talking about today, and right, it's been this alignment of the lines. I'll show you what last night was. Once again, keep in mind, there's no Evander Kane here. But Adam Henrique has looked very good on the top line here. And Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, I think, is, as an Oiler fan, you remember when it was Ryan Kai?
Mm-hmm.
And they absolutely tore up the league at the end of the season. I guess the question is, could you see Adam Henrique staying on the top line with Connor McDavid and putting Nuge with Draisaitl? It might be crazy to hear because the Nuge 97 Hyman line has been dominating all season long. Henrique has looked good. And like you mentioned, he has such a good hockey IQ. He seems like a guy who can play with Connor McDavid very easily and very smoothly. And one thing about Nuge has more speed and the defensive prowess, in my opinion. And I think that gives Draisaitl a longer leash to try and be more playmaker-y, more offensive, because you have your safety net in 93 on the line with you. But it's also on the opposite, crazy to think to change up that top line when there's 2 more games left in the season and we're about to enter the NHL playoffs. But I think Henrique looked and once again, it's the San Jose Sharks. So you got to take it all with what you can, but he has looked good in spurts. I'm curious what the chat thinks about that. But Danlin, what do you think about that?
Well, I just love versatility, and I love being able to give the other team a completely different look on any given night. And yes, we're going to have those games where we're going to have Hyman, Nuge, and McDavid together. We're probably going to have those games where we have the nuclear deterrent together with Kane, Draisaitl, and McDavid up on the top line too. I like seeing the ability to just change it up, and I really enjoy seeing Henrique up there. He's calm, cool, and collected, and he's got a nose for the net.
I think one thing I agree that Henry can bring to that top line is he's really good on faceoffs. If you put him in the dot instead of McDavid, you then have McDavid unleashed immediately if you win a draw.
And we've seen the Oilers do a ton of plays off of faceoffs in the ozone where Connor, boom.
Yeah, you can just go. So that's one thing I would like that I like about having Henrique up there is his ability to win draws. Get the puck to McDavid quickly because it's a lot different than if you do that with Draisaitl, right? Like Draisaitl isn't as explosive, you could say, and like obviously an elite hockey player, but McDavid's going to be able to bring that element. So I think that's what I would like about Henrique being on that first line with McDavid. Let's see what the Charm Diamond Center's YouTube chat is saying. McDiesel. Thank you, Ken Holland. You're welcome. From Ken. What else are we here? BMAX 64. Keep both lines the same. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. What else have we got going on?
I just made
here?
a poll, so people vote.
Oh, let me know what it says. I can't see the poll in StreamYard.
I got you.
I don't even know what this guy's name. I'm your Huckleberry. Do we need Kane?
Yes.
I think it's fair to say yes.
It's not anything against Evander Kane. I just think we need more 1-year contracts. Is that
okay? Not to go like
I know, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Not to go completely tangent there,
but I would agree. I don't think everyone needs to be locked in on certain things, but we do need Kane.
So that's where I was going to say is that yes. So yes, we need more Warren Fogels on 1-year contracts so that then you're not having these huge question marks with guys that are attached to this team. Evander Kane, love him or hate him, is an Edmonton Oiler, and he's a part of this franchise. He's got a no movement clause, all those things. So you've got a guy that, yes, we do need, and we need more out of Evander Kane than what we've gotten so far, this regular season as a whole. You need more out of him, but yes, you need him, and you need him clicking on all cylinders.
I totally agree. It went off on my screen. I think it was Sean said in the YouTube chat, do you put Kane on the 4th line? I don't think you can. I just don't think he's going to respond well.
Yes.
Which is the negative of him, of course, but like, it's also a coach's job to manage his team the best way possible, and keeping Evander Kane happy is part of that. So you can't put him in a position that's going to piss him off because he's not a team guy. From what we know, from what we've seen, he's not that guy you can just slot anywhere and be like, he'll give me a game tonight. He needs to be in positions to succeed. Is that fair? Probably not for Knobloch, but he needs to manage him correctly.
Yeah, it's frustrating to have that kind of a player on your team, but it is what it is. It's the situation he's in. So I hear what you're saying, but I do really think that it's fine to have Evander Kane on the fourth line in a situation where it makes sense for this team. I don't think you want to be Knobloch and putting them there every single game, night in and night out. But Evander and everybody on this team has to just figure it out that we are playing for the Stanley Cup. And if you're not playing 100%, that's okay, because there's another guy that will play 100% ahead of you, and that's fine too. And so, yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. You gotta tend that ego, but we also have the Corey Perrys now in the locker room to tamp some of that stuff down and maybe help with a little bit of that nonsense and that fluff that goes on in the locker room that we don't get to see any of that.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay.
Like I don't know. He's such a mystery, isn't he? Because it's like you put him on the fourth line, but then you're also eliminating a guy that can score for you any moment because you're playing him for 10 minutes.
But if he comes out and he plays 10 effective fourth line minutes and is banging the body and is causing and stirring up that crap that then is inspiring those top level guys to go out and do that, then the next game Knobloch has no problem putting him up in that top six again.
Yeah. That is
I just don't know if that will ever happen.
I don't think
I hear what you guys are.
I can dream.
You guys are the voice of reason in this situation. I'm being the dreamer for sure.
It's just, for me, Kane, he's too much of a proven scorer. Those guys don't grow off trees. Whereas he had 9 years of 20 goals. We know what he's capable of doing if he gets rolling. He has to start in my top 9 for sure. If he's dog shit, then sure, you move him down. If he's not performing maybe like last season, he's got to start. He's got to start in the top 9 with some skill.
Got it.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.